All right. Got it.
Woohoo.
Woohoo. Hey, Suzanne.
Hello, hello. How you doing? Happy Saturday.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, we got a new member, Kate. How
Got
are
it.
you? Hi.
Hello, hello.
We got
Woo.
Jerome back.
Woohoo. Hey, Suzanne.
Hello, hello. How you doing? Happy Saturday.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Here we go. Everybody can hear me okay? All right. Cool. All right. Welcome back to On the Hook. You're here because you want to be on the hook. And yeah, everybody has been here except I think Kate, this is your first time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Feel free to anytime you want, you can unmute yourself and say whatever you want. This is super informal. This is our way of just having fun, and we're going to gamify music production a little bit. Just out of curiosity, what DAWs are you guys using?
Ableton Live.
Ableton.
I'm an Ableton girl myself. Yep.
How about you, Mark?
Cubase.
Cubase. I don't know why I say it that way. That's really stupid.
And Jerome says Ableton in the chat.
Cool. Well, I'm Ableton as well. That's funny because normally I'm usually the only one on Ableton. Everybody's usually Pro Tools or Logic or something like that. All right. Hey, we got Brenna.
Cubase is like Logic, only it works on PCs better than, because the Mac.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's cool. Have you guys ever used a different DAW? I started out on Cakewalk originally. You remember that?
Yeah. Well, Cakewalk is still around and it's free now, and it's actually still pretty robust.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just working with a producer who was on it, and she was like, "It's free, and it's still as pro as it ever was." So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I started with GarageBand.
GarageBand, yeah.
Yeah.
I started with Pro Tools, but this is 2002. So early Pro Tools when they used to have a free version for Macs when Macs were rare. Yeah, that's the very, very first one.
You're one of the early adopters, huh?
Yeah, but then I kind of fell off of music and production in general. And then when I came back in like 2015, 16, I was like, oh, the landscape has changed. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I did Pro Tools for a little while too. I felt like Pro Tools, this is back in the early 2000s, and they required you to have an iLock every time you wanted to do something, and you had to have an M-Audio device attached to it at the time. You had to have an M-Audio interface. And I was like, this is bull crap. I am not doing this anymore. Because anytime you wanted to travel, you had to bring your interface. And so a friend of mine got me on Ableton, and I just never looked back. But I don't feel like there's one DAW that you have to have. I've seen some incredible producers use some bizarre DAWs, and it's all about how you use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I started with the Tascam 4-track, I think it was.
4-track.
Yeah, amazing.
But that teaches you a lot when you start that way.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to do a new game today, and we are doing that's not what I want. Hold on.
Just FYI, I have to leave early today, like
no
05.
Oh,
sorry.
All right, no problem. So the way this works, guys, Brenna, for you and Kate, I think Brenna's been here before. I can't remember. But what we do is I'm going to kind of introduce you to what we're doing. We'll all get off the Zoom call and go do it. And then we'll come back and we'll do a debrief, we call it, at the end of the session. So at the end of the hour, which will be, I'm on Pacific time, so 11 a.m., the top of this hour, whatever time zone you're in. We'll jump back on the Zoom call and we'll chat and we'll talk about where we're at and what we're doing. Welcome, Julie. Glad you made it. I love that there's so many women producers that are coming into this. It's so fun because that's usually totally the opposite of what happens. Anytime we do music production stuff, it's always all the guys, and it's like it's a big sausage fest. And this is really nice. So thank you guys.
It's a good day to come on. Woo.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so today's is all about bass. So Ace of Bass is what I called it. Remember the old band? Using
Yeah.
the bass file I created, or I have here, create a track that's funky, featuring heavily on the bass. Feel free to chop up the file, rearrange, or just use part of it. Bonus points if you can incorporate a mandolin into it, which is not what you'd normally want to do, but we're not. Maybe you do it, but this is the file. And there's just a couple parts in that. You don't have to use the whole thing. You can just use one part of it. You can pitch it. You can put it at any BPM you want. To download it, you just click this little button right here on the right and you just hit download. It should go right into your thing. If it doesn't, you can right click this and usually hit save audio as. I'm on a Mac, but it should be pretty similar to on a PC. And that's it.
Okay,
You guys
and I
go
still
forward.
can't log in, Zion. Can you? Can you put
Yeah.
it in the chat? If I ever find a change your password button, I'll do it. But I'm a troublemaker. I don't know.
I swear to goodness, Julie.
No, thanks. You're the best.
All right. I just put it in the chat.
Got it.
So,
Thanks.
if you guys want to go after that, and again, come back on the top of the hour, I'm going to stay on this call because I'm streaming to YouTube, and anybody that wants to watch on YouTube, they'll see kind of how I'm doing my thing. But yeah, I don't expect you guys to stay on the call. So I will see you at the top of the hour. Go forth. You're on the hook. Go. There's no right or wrong here.
Good luck, everybody.
See you soon.
Okay. All right. Jerome, it looks like you're still connected. Do you want to stay on? You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. All right, so I'm going to stream this to Zoom. And all right. So I'm going to share my screen here. For anybody wanting to watch, I'm just going to be doing my thing, trying to create something out of this. I don't know what I'm doing today, but it'll be fun. And we'll see what happens. I've got a bass line that I'm doing. I think this is at 110 BPM. Okay, so it's not actually E minor. What key? I think I put it up to semitones. This was originally a sample from Splice, which I have an account with. I think I want to start with getting a good drum kit and see if I can kind of fit the drum kit into that. So I'm going to start off looking for something very dry. And my go-to for that is Circles, because Circles is awesome. Let's look at the Bash pack. I have all my samples. Let's just try that first. So I'm going to just grab an audio track here. Maybe try this one. It's just boring. That actually might be kind of cool. No. That's weird. Hey, Kate. So what we did is at the top of the hour, there's a bunch of people on the call, and I just went over what you have to do the game. So if you would like, just go to. I'm just doing the game myself and streaming it live. But afterwards, we're going to meet up at the top of the hour and review each other's work. So everybody right now is going off and doing their own stuff right now. What they did is they went into the game area of On the Hook, and you click the games area, and you're going to see one called Ace of Base. You're going to download the base file. It sounds like this. You're going to download that and try to make a funky track with it. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. The link wasn't working for me. It wasn't an MP3. It was like MP3 something else. So I was just coming back in. It was MPGA. So I was
Weird.
coming back in to see if I can get an MP3.
Okay. So do you see it in the chat window right here? Do you see this little window that popped up?
Yep.
I put it in here. If you click the little button next to it, you can download it.
It doesn't, all I see is everyone and you saying here. It's not in the chat anymore because I closed out. So it doesn't show me what was in there before.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to just add that. Here you go. What browser are you using, by the way?
Google.
Google Chrome?
Yeah.
Huh. Could you take a screenshot of what you're seeing on your screen and why you can't download it? Because I've had one other person have the same issue, and I need to fix this.
Because it comes up as MPGA and not as like an MP3. Let me see if I
Weird.
can.
I wonder if it's a downloadable feature.
Yeah.
Downloads.
So I just got the one, the baseline, the MP3. That worked.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, good luck, and I'll talk to you at the top of the hour.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Bye-bye. That might work. I think I want to take a look at Dead. Let's just do this. And I need a good fill. Okay, I'm gonna chop this up a little bit because let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. 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 Oh. 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 Yeah. Oh. So now I'm going to add a little guitar going on. So guitar. Oh, shoot. You know what? I'm not streaming in stereo. What up with that? What up with that? Oh, well. Let's do instruments contact. Yeah. Oh. Let's do something like quarter notes on these. And that is a D, I think it was. This is taking too long. She sounds a little out of tune. Interesting. All right, so we're gonna There it is. It's because it's in the wrong note. Yeah. Oh. Too much reverb. Let's get rid of some of this. Is it the echo? All right, let's try a different one. Maybe on stage. Melora? What is that? No. Funky Ride. That's what we want. Man, sounds out of tune. Why does it sound so out of tune? Come on, guys. You know, it might be my bass guitar. Holy shit. No, don't tell me it's my bass guitar. I don't have time for this shit. Fuck. All right, we're gonna have to tune this. I think it is. Damn it. Yeah. Oh. All right, so let's listen to this bass here. That's an F sharp. Let's grab all of these and just tune them slightly. That's an F sharp. Let's see if that fits now. It's got so much harmonics in it. It's just not, it's not working. It's not working, guys. The fuck. Let's try Soul Family. Yeah. Oh. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Man, this is just sluggish today. Everything I do. Yeah. Let's duplicate this now and let's just give a let's do this one way over on the right, and let's do a different note. Let's do a C. Maybe a little bit different guitar on this one. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Let's try less reverb. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Honestly, don't think this is adding anything to it. This is the way things go sometimes. It's already 10:35. Come on, Zion. Pick it up. Pick it up, boy. I'm going to go to flatten. I'm going to flatten those. Yeah. And I'm also going to add a transient master to this, and we're going to add some attack and less sustain. Yeah. Oh. And I want to fatten up this bass. And I think I want sausage fattener. Greenhouse, yeah. Do I not have sausage fattener on here? Frick. Let's try greenhouse. Yeah. Oh. Let's do man, I need better templates. Oh. 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 And let's drop in LFO tool on this also. And we're going to do the opposite of what you normally would do with this. God dang it. What is going on here? It's weird. Yeah. Oh. All right, I'm going to try to pull up a funky guitar riff. Funky guitar riff. Okay. Let's try that one. This is a minor. We went F minor, so we're going to drop it down to 3. The fuck happened there? Oh shit. That's what happened. Fuck. Mhm. Hmm. Ah! I'm running out of time. Rendering it now, exporting live. Funky mandolin, Italian fusion, Oh, let's just call it ace of base. Listen link. Shoot. Disco. Put it in disco, put it in disco, put it in disco. It's always logging me out. It's always logging me out. I don't know why. Import from computer, import from computer. Okay, import from computer, import from computer, import from computer, Peter. Save this track and save. I'm gonna upload it. And that's mandolin and funk and bass and weird mashup. Come on in, mash up. Absolutely. That was a weird one. All right. Let's stop sharing this, and I'm gonna take my headphones off. All right. Boy, I ran out of time fast. I don't know about you guys.
Every week.
Yeah. That was pushing it right down to the minute there. All right, Julie, we got to get you logged in. We got to get this figured out.
I know, I'm just such a troublemaker, so deficient.
Such a troublemaker. Cool. All right. Well, I think Suzanne will probably be here in a second. And did we have one more person? I can't remember.
Yes.
I think I saw Mark.
Mark.
Jay.
Mark did. Yeah, that's right. All right. Oh, I think Suzanne said she couldn't stay anyway. We'll have to check hers out. Oh, there she is. There she is. All right, let's do this. Ace of base. Did you guys upload your stuff?
Oh, nope.
Yeah, I just did, and
There it
'cause
is.
I have to take off. Could we
Yeah.
perhaps do mine first?
Absolutely. Yeah. Jerome and Kate, if you can upload yours.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I didn't know I did that. Okay.
Not a problem. All right, so let's check Suzanne's out here. Wow.
Wow, that's a lot in that time. That's amazing.
Well
Very
done.
trippy cool.
Oh my gosh. So walk us through it.
Fucking contact. Sorry, am I supposed to cuss? Can I cuss?
Oh yeah.
Contact. What are we gonna do with you? I was getting all sorts of trouble with contact, and that little doop 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 is just a lo-fi glow. One of the little presets there. Yeah, just did. I actually have a real mandolin here, but I can't play it very well. So, like, that was a Spitfire Audio Labs virtual instrument.
Cool.
And sorry. Yeah, so I also detuned because I wanted a little section change. So I cut up the bass and I tuned it down a couple of steps to get the notes that I actually wanted in that little midsection there.
I love that. I love that you switched chords there. You know,
Yeah.
it went somewhere else. That's pretty cool. That was unexpected. I love that when the synths came in there. Let me play that. Yes, I love it. Really cool. Yeah, what'd you learn?
Oh yeah, Julianne. There is piano in there too. The first section is just mandolin, and then at the end, I did add a piano. That little. What I learned is actually so. I was messing around with Contact for a couple of reasons. Yesterday, I was like, how do I organize things? I don't even know. And Contact has the quick add database, or I don't remember, the quick add menu. But it's fine, I guess. But I was really just interested in, I was looking this up yesterday, so I was practicing it today. I'd like to just be able to have one instance of Contact and route it to different channels, right, or different tracks. And that was what I was trying to learn. Like I got the music in there, and I wanted to add some more mid-range, like maybe low mids, like another instrument kind of in there to fill it out a bit, like a pad. And yeah.
Do you know about control?
Control, I don't.
So I just found this out. If you open Native Instruments, they have something now called Complete Control. I thought that was just for their hardware, but if you drop it in, you can search by any of your instruments that you have loaded. Yes. So you can do it by type. So you can say bass, just show me the bass, and it'll pull up all the instruments for
your Contact instruments, or like, is it just Contact, or is it everything Native Instruments?
anything that uses Contact to run. So you know how there's a lot like outputs instruments use that. So
right.
You can do this, and then you just drag them and then pull them in, I think. And not only that, but you can, I think you can preview the sounds in here too.
Yeah. That's helpful.
Anyway, check this out. Yeah, I just discovered this because one of my Native Instruments files wasn't running right, and I let them know, and Native Instruments said, you might want to load it up. Oh, it was Massive. Their new Massive synth isn't running right in the new OS X for Mac. It's having these weird like sticky notes where they get stuck, and they said, yeah, there's an issue. You should run it through Control. And I said, well, I don't have that. And they said, oh no, it's free. You just, it's basically like a library organizer, all your Native Instrument stuff. So I think, again, I'm brand new at this, so I don't know a lot about it, but you might want to check it out so that you're not constantly frustrated with that, and you can see everything you have in one place.
There it is, Lo-Fi Glow. That's the one I was using.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cool.
That's a pretty cool one. Yeah, I just want to show you that real quick.
Thank you.
Yeah, so check that out, and if you understand that more than I do, please give me a lesson on it.
I don't know. Awesome. Thank you.
Right.
I do have to take off, but thank you so much.
Thanks for coming, Suzanne. It's good to see you.
Have fun.
All right.
That's good.
Okay, so now let's listen to Julie's. We're going to check hers out. It's all about that bass, Cool. What kind of mandolin is that? Or
That's just like a splice loop that I tempo shifted, but didn't do much else to.
okay, cool. But you got one in there. I love it. Those horns are cool too. That little horn part. Da da da.
Yeah, they need
Little
a
drama.
bit.
That's cool. It didn't sound that funky because you use different instruments, but that's totally fine. The bass has a funk to it.
I couldn't remember. I didn't read the rules, and since I couldn't log in, I'm like, oh, well, it's about a bass and extra credit for mandolin. So okay, we'll just do the thing. So
We're going to give
yeah,
you 321 points, but you could have had 340 points. Just letting you know. So
dang it.
but no, that was really cool. And what did you learn on this?
I learned that I need to remember how Pro Tools finds the tempo of something and automatically shifts the session to the tempo, because I tried to tap and I got close, but it's just not perfect. It's driving me nuts, but I'll figure it out.
It sounds a little bit like when you pull the file in that you're not putting it right on the downbeat. That bass guitar sounds, because what happens is when I render an MP3, it usually puts a tiny bit of space at the beginning of it. So you need to trim that out, or just grab the wave and just shift it over, zoom in so you can see the grid and just shift it right to the one.
So I did tap the correct tempo. I just have to slice the front and drag it. Okay, that's
Yep.
much easier, but I
Yep.
still need to figure out how to do the other thing too, because
Yeah, and a lot of times when people send you MP3s, you have to do this kind of thing. That's why I continue to allow that problem to exist, because I want you guys to get used to it. But yeah, just pull it in and then zoom right in and then adjust it right onto the beat. Yeah, good job. I loved it. Well done. I love that you're here, Julie. It's so cool. And your coffee shop looks amazing, by the way.
yeah, I'm gonna have an open house here one week. Y'all come over and we'll yeah.
All right, that'll be fun. Okay, thanks for sharing that. Let me refresh my screen here. I think Kate came in next after, and so let's do hers. Electric, is that you, Kate?
Electric, yeah.
Oh, cool. I like that. Do you pronounce it electric?
Yeah, electric.
Okay.
More focused on the Ella.
Electric. Got it. I don't want to do that. Let's see if this will work. Here we go. Nice. I like that you chopped up the bass line and you moved it in different spots. I can tell that you didn't use it just the way it was, that was nice. And then at the end, you just had that kind of looped around. That's cool.
Yep.
I
wish I had a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Everything. I know my weak points are like finding the key of something. I spent half the time doing that. like finding what key it's in. And then my MIDI wasn't working. So I was like, oh, what's going on? Because I have to play the piano first to find out what the key is.
Yep.
But yeah.
Was it F sharp minor? Was that what you came up with?
D major, I thought.
Okay, well, D major's F sharp minor is that the relative minor of D major?
See, I don't know music theory at all.
Yeah, it is. So Mark's like, okay.
Oh, okay. I got the right one.
Yeah, so you could either be D major or F sharp minor, either one, but it works with the relative minor of each other. Yeah, searches for the circle of fifth poster. I know this much about chord progressions and music theory, and the rest I fake, but I love it.
Yeah. I just have to go on the piano and like, oh, sharps, which ones are flats, and then
right. Yeah. Cool. So where did you get the mandolin loop on that?
I think that was a splice track as well. I didn't have time to adjust or do anything. It was just different tracks.
Gotcha.
I had a couple different ones.
It's a really nice one though. That
it is. It's just a recording of a guy playing them in a mandolin. So it's a nice one. Yeah.
Beautiful. Mandolin was my very first instrument.
I
didn't learn it well, but I learned a few chords. That was the very first thing I did I wanted a banjo because my brother played the banjo. And so I saved up all this money from mowing lawns, and I gave my dad and my brother $75 to go get me a banjo from a flea market.
Yeah.
And they went down to this flea market and they came back with a mandolin. I was so mad. And they're like, yeah, we already have a banjo player in the house. We want you to play a mandolin. And I was being the youngest. I didn't really have a choice. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
But actually I love the mandolin.
Yeah, I do too. I don't have one. That'd be a fun one to have.
Yeah.
I like 12 strings, and I like the double strings on them and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's tuned just like a violin, actually. So it's GD-AE.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So people that know the violin can transfer over to the mandolin really well, because it's the same exact notes. It's just doubled the string.
Okay.
Kind of cool.
Cool.
All right. Brenda says my mom plays a violin and fiddle. Bring her on here.
Right? If she didn't live so far away and if she knew how to record things. Yeah.
Well, maybe if she's visiting sometime, you can get her on there and throw a violin or something into the track. That'd be fun.
Sure.
That was really cool. Thank you for sharing that with us. I love the piano, how dry that piano was when it came in.
Very simple.
I love that. It's nice. It actually fits really well with that guitar.
Thanks.
The bass guitar. Cool. All right. Anything else? Anybody want to add anything to Kate's or give her feedback or anything? All right. I'm going to go over to Brenna. Let's do yours. Are you ready for this?
I don't know.
All right, let's try it.
Funky, funky, so funky, funky. Yeah, make it funky, funky, so funky. Make it funky, funky, so funky, funky. Make it funky, funky, so funky. Make it funky, so funky. Make it funky, so funky. Make it funky, so funky. Yeah, make it funky. Yeah, funky. Make it funky. So funky. Yeah, make it funky. So funky. Make it funky.
Awesome. I can't believe you had time to do all the layered vocals and everything. Wow.
Such a fun mashup of so many styles. I was like, oh, we're gonna do an EDM dance thing. Wait, no, there's a banjo. It's an Italy disco. I love it. Grew up in Ohio. It's all good.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. You seriously did that all in 45 minutes?
Anything that's funky, I'm like magnet. That's my thing. So
Wow.
yeah, I love that stuff. I could sing that stuff all day long. My biggest challenge is that I don't know how to produce vocals. So I just throw them on there and put on a compressor. And so I know that I need to work with some more reverb and levels. And so like you could see at the end, it gets too loud and overdone. And so I have to work on that. But yeah, I could have spent another hour just doing vocal passes.
I hope you do. I hope you keep it. The first thing I would do when you do vocals like this is adjust your levels, because if you're singing just one voice, you got one volume, but then when you start doubling it, you're doubling the volume or the potential volume there.
Right.
And before you hit a compressor, if you just start automating those volume knobs so that when another voice comes in, they both just go down just a little bit. And then if more voices come in, they go down. So you just kind of either write throw them all through an auxiliary or a group. You're on Ableton, so you can group, right?
I'm on Logic. Yeah.
Oh, Logic. Okay.
Yeah.
So you could throw it through an auxiliary, like put them all straight through an auxiliary and just automate automate that one fader so that you're not blowing things out, and then put a compressor on at that.
Okay, good. I'll look at some videos and go through some practice with that, because that's I think my biggest challenge.
Yeah, it's hard to do vocals fast, but the fact that you put all this in right there, that's half the battle, as you put in these parts.
Yeah.
And they're good. I mean, it's really good. It was so fun.
It was fun. I had a good time with this one.
The same feedback I had for Julie about the lining up of that bass line.
Yeah.
You need to zoom into that, and you'll see that your bass is a little late.
It was slightly off. Yeah.
Just you can just grab the whole thing and adjust it just a little bit by taking some of the beginnings of it out.
Okay.
But other than that, was there a mandolin in there? I wasn't sure.
No, I used a clav. I used a funky cop show clav, and so but I was looking for a mandolin sound. The only one I could find in my library was a space mandolin, and I thought, well, that this will approximate the mandolin feel, but it didn't quite get there. Yeah,
that's okay. It was really good. I think you win this week because you put.
I just had fun with it. It was great.
It was so good. I hope you continue it. It was really funny. I could totally see people dancing on the dance floor, after at a wedding reception to this. Yeah. Make it funky.
Now I'm gonna have that in my head all day. I'm gonna have to work on this one.
And it'll be the sing along too, because they will have had lots of wine by then, and they'll all be singing.
Right? Yeah.
Definitely get the head bob on that going. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Oh,
it was fun.
Good. Well done.
Thanks.
All right, Jerome, you're up, man. You here with us? Okay. Wow, those drums sound like Weckl or something. Sounds great. Can you do you have a mic? I can't remember if you said you did or not. If not, that's okay.
SSD5.
No audio, he says.
Oh, yeah.
SSD 5. What is that? The wah guitar? Slate drums. Yeah. Yeah, those sound great.
Yeah.
And that type of drums, that sound of drums, being a drummer myself, I'm always tuned into like what types of drums fit for certain styles. And that type of drums fits so well with funk. A lot of like I'm thinking either funk or like the Dave Matthews Band, for instance. They have that kind of, it's those piccolo snares that are real poppy, you know, and really everything sounds very poppy and bubbly, kind of. That's not the right word for it, but it just sounds really crisp, and it worked really well with that. He said, I used labs for the mandolin solo and amplitude. Oh, interesting. That was a mandolin. Okay. And I ran out of time for you, as usual. Of course you did. You're supposed to run out of time for writing the solo and mixing. I have a Moto drums now, but I like Slate better. Okay, cool. Well done, man. Those keyboards were just so cool. The funky, was it little organs or Rhodes or something? I don't know what those are right here. Sounds like there's some guitar and there's some wah guitar and then there's some blump, blump, blump. Really cool stuff, man. Did you play, or were these all solo? Were these all loops, or did you play any of these parts? Curious. You can tell that you really know this style of music because you have a real ear for this, the parts and stuff. I started with a 4 on the floor piano, then syncopated it. Oh, okay, interesting. Changed to Rhodes sound. Gotcha. Yeah, it sounded like a cool Rhodes. That fits really, really well. Nice. Anybody have any feedback or want to say anything about this track? I hope you get your audio back. We miss you, man. I'm glad you're here.
Super smooth. It was like the most finished sounding, I think, just because of all the like the guitars and stuff.
Yeah. Print that thing. Get it out there. Work on the solo a little bit, but then print it. That was really good. I would also, as far as if you're going to use those loop of the drums, vary up the I mean, I know we're pressed for time, but you'd probably want to vary up the drum fill so that it's not constantly coming around. But other than that, man, it's just great. I don't really have much feedback, to be honest. I wanted to get a lot more done at the mandolin part. All right. So this week, your job is to figure out Zoom a little bit. Make sure you've updated to the newest version. Make sure you go into the options and you can change which microphone you're using and stuff. I use my interface. This is actually going through my UA. Seems to work, but yeah. See if you can work on that. We'd love to hear you. Okay. Really, really cool. Thank you so much for sharing. And let's go to Mark Jurassic Mark.
Oh man, I have to follow up all these. I went down a rabbit hole with chopping it up and just so it's only the bass.
That's fine. That's fine, man. Let's listen to it. Cool. So you kind of did actually what I did is I didn't take all the little parts to it. I repeated some of those notes. And Kate did sort of the same thing. So yeah, you're chopping it up. You're kind of getting to know it. One of the things you got to be careful with is when you do start chopping, sometimes you're going to need to stretch some of the notes so that the 16ths of that little clip fall on the right spot and that in an 8th note and stuff. And but you're on your way to doing that.
Yeah, it was a rabbit hole because you start noticing that, and then it's like, oh my god, fix it. But it was fun.
Good.
Accomplished what I wanted to.
Awesome. Well, yeah, it's fun, and this is the kind of thing that a lot of times I'll take a splice sample like this to start with. I'll split it up or Actually, this was originally a full note down. I think it was instead of F sharp minor, I think it was in E minor actually originally. And I put it up a little bit because I'm always trying to distort or move things around if I use a splice sample. But if you were to use something like this and you really like that part, you can usually use your DAW to figure out what notes it's hitting and then create a MIDI file and then run it through a different bass sample. And then you've got a different feel. You'll probably have to go in and touch up some of
Great idea.
the intuitions, the little stops and clicks and stuff. Sometimes that transfers as a note when it's not. But yeah, articulations. Thank you. So yeah, it's really cool. I love that. And well done. Just the fact that you did something, you learned, and you hit print and you hit send. That's what this is all about. You're not supposed to have enough time. And that's exactly the point. Did I get it to everybody? Julie, Kate, Brenna, Mark, Jerome, and we did Suzanne's. Okay, that's well, mine. Check out mine.
Nice.
I forgot how bad that mandolin was in there. That was literally the last 20 seconds I threw a mandolin in it.
I feel like the track was really good in there.
Yeah, I found that
Jumps.
through a loop on. I was trying to create a wah guitar using my guitar software, and I didn't have enough time, so I just did a search for a wah guitar on Splice, and it's funny because I have so many pieces of software for work that start like a Splice, Slack, Stripe. I get them all mixed up. But anyway, I just took that and manipulated it, just took a little piece of one loop and chopped it up a little bit and switched the keys. But that's been really, really helpful is once I started learning to grab loops and just chopping little pieces of them up and putting them in to give me the part I need without trying to create everything, man, it keeps your momentum going. So yeah, I just find a spot where it fit, you know. I felt like the bass guitar, this whole loop that I gave you guys, felt a little out of tune. I actually tuned it real quick in Melodyne. Did you guys feel that it was a little out of tune?
When I was hitting the piano with it, I was like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure these are the right ones. I was all kind of iffy on it, but I was like, it doesn't sound quite right.
I felt the same way, and it just bothered me so much. I'm like, okay, fuck this. I'm going to tune it real quick. So I threw it through Melodyne and just adjusted it slightly. It actually worked pretty good when I put it in Melodyne. So maybe it's just my ear. I don't know.
I kind of dug the out of tune, slightly offbeatness of it. It felt authentic and like you're listening to somebody just fooling around in the recording studio.
Yeah, that's true. The mandolin totally didn't fit in here. If I was producing the song, I would completely take it out, but it was fun to throw something like that. The drums were circle drums. I love their stuff. Circles drums. They just have loops and packs, and presets for battery or Ableton and things like that. I love those stuff. They have a lot of very dry drums. This was a drum kit called Dead. That's what it's called. So it's just no reverb, no harmonics hardly. It's like they put pillows all over the drums and play them. But it works for doing a lot of funk stuff, and a lot of modern drums right now are very Dead.
Like right in the beginning, it sounded just like the Brick House intro, like cut in half. And I was like, oh, that is
Yeah, totally good.
It's like, there they are.
It's a break.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another thing that's nice is when a loop pack gives you loops, but then gives you fills that you can just grab and drop in. And it makes putting drums together so much easier when you have those already kind of made and put together. It gives you an idea and then you can change it later. But to me, a big part of producing is keeping your momentum going. And then if you have time, you go back and you dial things in or replace samples with real things or that kind of thing. But if you can get the whole thing kind of together quickly, you'll be so much more excited about it than get stuck, after putting 2 instruments in or 1 verse in and going, I don't know where this is going. So, well, guys, that's it. Does anybody have any suggestions or thoughts or, I don't know, something? Final last words?
It was
Oh,
fun.
Jerome, congrats. That's awesome.
Say that again.
Jerome said that he
awesome.
had a big week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that.
Good.
One of my tracks was selected to the MDIIO hot list and another
Yeah.
shortlisted to be submitted to the client for a college film project. That is awesome, man. Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling us about that.
I had my first placement ever
You did?
this week. Yeah, very excited.
What was it?
Exciting.
It's going to be on a reality show that's on Facebook Watch, and it's just the instrumental from a track I did long ago, 2019, that wasn't very well produced. So I'm really excited that it got selected at all. So yeah,
Incredible.
Nice.
yeah.
That is awesome. Very, very happy for you. Well deserved. You're an awesome producer.
Thanks.
That's so cool. All right. Well, hope you guys come back every week, or as much as you can. We're going to keep doing this. I'll probably end up doing another one during the week, but once we get enough interest here. So tell your friends, tell your family, bring your mom.
I'll definitely bring my mom.
Julie's like, no, I don't know. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me, and I will talk to you next week. And
Thanks for doing this. It was fun.
Yeah, thanks. Have a great week.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.